Hello guys, this is me again. Now this is a video about cumulative frequency. So what is this cumulative frequency? The goal, guys, in this video is that you are going to understand how to build the cumulative frequency curve. We are going to draw something like this. In order to do so, first we need to know how to find the cumulative frequency. So what is this? It's a total number of data points counted up to each value. But pay attention, you add each number to the previous one. This is the key. In order to draw the cumulative frequency curve, first we need a cumulative frequency table. So usually what we are going to have is these two columns. For example, we have number of books and frequency. Then, just as a reminder, the frequency is the number of repetitions, okay? Then we are going to add a new column, in this case the cumulative frequency column, okay? How can we do this? We are going to take the first frequency, in this case the number 3, exactly the same. So we take the 3, we copy the 3, we have the 3. Then, if you remember here, we have you add each number to the previous ones. We are going to do this. Considering this number 3, we are going to add the next frequency, this one, the number 5. So we can say 3 plus 5 is going to be 8. Easy peasy. Again, this 8 plus 8 is going to be 16. Then this 16 plus 2 is going to be 18. 18 plus 2 is going to be 20. And this is the how can we find the cumulative frequency. Okay, easy peasy. Then we are going to use this cumulative frequency to build or draw the cumulative frequency curve, something like this. Okay, this is a way to represent the cumulative frequency table. So we are going to, we can see the change of the frequency, the change of the cumulative frequency. So always we need to check that this curve is like an S, always. It doesn't matter if we have huge values or super small values, always the cumulative frequency curve is going to be like this, like an S, like an S. Okay, so how can we draw this? We are going to use this example. Example 1. So we have this. As you can see, we have only the frequency, okay, but we don't have the cumulative frequency. Then we have draw the cumulative frequency curve. Okay, first, before drawing, we need to find the cumulative frequency. So, something like this. Again, we are going to take the first frequency, the number 1, exactly the same, number 1. Okay, so this is the number 1. Then, what else? The number 1 plus the next frequency. What is the next frequency? 20. So it's 1 plus 20. Obviously, this is 21. Now 21 plus the next one, 21 plus 31. So let me add arrows. This is like, oh, using a different color, blue. So this is like 1 plus 20. Then 21 plus 31. Okay, so obviously 21 plus 31, this is 52. This is 52. Then 52, okay, plus the 21, this is 73. And then 73 plus 7 is going to be 80. So please, here, be careful. The last number in the cumulative frequency column is the same as the total number of items, in this case, outlets. So if we have 80, this has to be 80. So again, usually or in general, when the goal is to draw the cumulative frequency, we don't have this column. So we need to add the new column and then to find the cumulative frequency. That's it. This is the cumulative frequency. Then the goal is to draw the curve. How? So here I have the same values. Okay, so we have the table. So we are going to draw the cumulative frequency curve and then use it to make some estimations. We are going to estimate the mean, the Q1, Q2, and Q3. Okay, so because that is the goal of using a cumulative frequency curve. So how? We have two options. The first one is when we already have the axis, well, the scale. As you can see here, we have the y-axis, the x-axis, and we already have the scale. Okay, so it's going to be easier because this is an example. If you don't have the axis or the scale, you need to build and you need to determine and you need to choose the number line. If we can use, I don't know, every 10, every 15 units, every 5 units, okay, according to your values. Okay, you must consider that always the vertical axis, the y, okay, is the cumulative frequency. So always this one is y, the y-axis. Okay, always, it doesn't matter. If we have books, labs in this case, people, whatever we have, the cumulative frequency is the vertical axis. Then what is the x-axis? Horizontally, we have the variable. In this case, the variable x, this one, represents labs. Okay, so as you can see, we are not going to use this one. So be careful with this. So we can ignore this one. So we are not going to use this. Okay, then what else? We are going to, in this case, if you remember, this is when we have intervals or ranges. Okay, between 0, this means between 0 and 10, we have 1. Between 10 and 20, we have 21. So we are going to identify these intervals. Okay, for example, the first one, between 0 and 10, we have 1. But be careful, we are going to use, let me use a color here, this one. We are going to use these numbers always when we have intervals. For example, between 0 and 10, between 0 and 10, okay, we have 1. So this is like the x-axis. Okay, remember when we are going to draw a point, we need x and y. So this, let me use blue. Between 0 and 10, we are going to use a 10. We have 10 in the x-axis with 1 in the vertical axis. So this is like, no, sorry, this is like here, 1, little point. The next one, so we have the point 1. The next one is 20, between 10 and 20. We are going to use a 20. 20 and 21, this is the next point. So 10, no, 20 and 21, here. We have the second point. Then 30 and 52. 30 and 52 is maybe here. We have the third one. Then 40 and 73. 40 is here and 73 maybe here. And the last one, 50 with 80. 50 with 80. So we have here 50, then we have 80. Okay, then what is the trick? I was saying that always the cumulative frequency curve follows this shape like an S, like the S. So we are going to join the points, trying to do like an S, like something like this. Okay, so this is my cumulative frequency curve. Okay, then once that we have the cumulative frequency curve, we can use it to what? to make estimations. As you can see here, we have used the curve to estimate the median and the inner quartile range. Okay, so basically we need Q1, Q2, Q3, the quartiles. Once that we have the curve, how can we find the quartiles? This is a good question. Number one, pay attention. We need to identify the total of the cumulative frequency. If you remember, the total is 80. Okay, in this case, this is the maximum or the highest value of the cumulative frequency. Using the curve, we can identify this because this is like the maximum or the end of this S shape. So this is 80. So we are going to divide 80. We are going to take this 80 divided by 4. Why by 4? If you remember quartiles, a quartile, let me show you. When we have quartiles, we have the data set, and quartiles, it means that we are going to divide the data set into 4 equal parts. Okay, in this way we can have quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3, and quartile 4. Usually we only use Q1, Q2, Q3. So by dividing the total cumulative frequency by 4, obviously this is 20. Okay, this is 20. We are going to find the size of what? Size of each quartile. Okay, so this means that every 20 units vertically, so every 20, then 40, then 60, we will have a quartile. So here we will have Q1, this is Q2, this is Q3. Okay, but here comes the trick. By doing this, we are going to use these positions, these locations. Okay, let me see, these locations, these 3 locations, to then draw new lines like this. Pay attention. If we want to find Q1, we identify this location, and we are going to draw a line until touching the cumulative frequency curve. Once that we have touched the curve, we are going to go down, and this number in the x-axis is going to be over Q1. So as you can see, Q1 for us is going to be 20. So we can say Q1 for us, this is an estimation, this is 20. Okay, we can do the same with Q2. We are going to draw a line touching the curve, then going down, and let me see, this is like this. So according to this is 25. So we can say Q2 for us, for our estimation, is 25. Then let me use a different color. Let me use green. Okay, then the next one is Q3. So we are going to draw a line touching the curve. Well, this is not good, something like this. Then touching the curve, then going down like this. So this is an estimation. So here we can say maybe this is 33, 34. Doesn't matter, don't worry, this is an estimation. So let me see, maybe this is 33. So Q3 is 33. Okay, so when the statement says estimate the median is 25, is Q2. Then find the inner quartile range. Remember, the inner quartile range is Q3 minus Q1. This means that Q3 for this estimation is 33 minus 20. So for us, this is 13. Okay, and this is the how we can build or draw the cumulative frequency curve, and we can use it to estimate Q1, Q2, Q3. Okay, then what else? And remember, this is an estimation, okay? Then we have example 2. This is a second option when we already have, or in the exercise, is we have the graph, and we need to use the graph, the cumulative frequency curve, to make some estimations. Okay, so pay attention. In this case, we have the marks obtained by 100 students are shown in this cumulative frequency curve. So estimate the median, the inner quartile range, then here comes the new thing when we have the lowest mark needed to be in or above the 80 percentile. Okay, so how? Pay attention, guys. What we are going to do is first, we are going to take the maximum or the end of the curve, the maximum cumulative frequency, pay attention, is 100. Here, this is 100. Okay, so we take 100, we take this 100 divided by 4, and this is 25. This means that every quartile has 25 units vertically. Okay, so we can mark here 25 units. So this is like, maybe, okay, if this is like here, then this is Q1. This is 25. Then plus 25 is going to be 50. So here in 50, we have Q2. Plus 25, we have 75. So it's almost 80. So this is Q3. Obviously, we have, in this situation, we have an estimation. So then what? Then we are going to draw lines like this, touching the curve, going down. And maybe this is for me 32. We can say, okay, this is my estimation is going to be 32. Then Q2 is going to be like this, touching the graph, going down, and I can say that this is a 40. This is a 40. Then Q3, for me, my estimation is going to be like here, and touching down, like 51, 52, 51. So this is 51. Okay, then again, don't worry, this is an estimation. Then if we want to find IQR, this is Q3, 51 minus 32. Okay, so in this way we can find the IQR, and this, in this case, this is 19. This is my IQR. Okay, what else? So we already have the median because it's Q2. We have the IQR. Then the last one, the lowest mark needed to be in or above the 8th percentile. So when they are asking about percentile, we need to check, well, we need to remember the definition of percentage. Considering these guys, the maximum or the total cumulative frequency, if you remember, is 100. So this is easier because this is like 100%, because 100% is 100. Okay, if they are asking about what is happening with the 80%, percentile is from percentage, we need to check what is happening when this, in the vertical axis, we have the 80%. So we are going to draw a new line just at 80. So if we draw a new line, touching the curve, then going down, this will be the estimation. Pay attention. The statement says the lowest mark needed to be in or above. Okay, what is the meaning of this in or above? So they are asking for the lowest mark in order to be here. Okay, from the 80% to 100. So as you can see, this is only the 20% of people that got a very specific amount of marks. In this case, the marks are given here in the x-axis. So we can say this is an estimation. Maybe here is a 52, 53. So for letter C, I can say, pay attention. From 53, if you got a 53 or more, you are going to be here, between 80 and 100, because they are asking in or above. And that's it.